Welcome to IndaPoint Technologies, where AI-driven innovation meets digital transformation. Join us as we delve into scaling AI from MVP to enterprise, ensuring resilience with microservices, Kubernetes, and more, all without breaking your architecture. Olivia, when we talk about scaling an AI system from an MVP to an enterprise level, the first thing that comes to mind is the shift in architecture. Would you agree that microservices play a critical role here? Absolutely, David. Microservices allow us to break down the system into smaller, more manageable components. This modular approach is essential for scalability because it enables teams to focus on specific functionalities without disrupting
and it also
the
helps
entire
with
system. Continuous deployment. By isolating components, we can deploy updates independently, reducing downtime. But there's more to it, right? How do you see containerization fitting into this framework? Containerization is a game changer. It provides a consistent environment for development, testing, and production. This consistency is crucial, especially as we scale, because it minimizes the
that's such a common
on my
problem.
machine issue. Exactly. And when we talk about orchestration, Kubernetes comes into play. It's not just about managing containers, but ensuring the right resources are available at the right time. How do you think Kubernetes impacts scalability? Kubernetes is pivotal. It automates the deployment, scaling, and operation of application containers, which is essential for handling increased load. It ensures that our AI system can adapt quickly to changes in
that's key for
demand without
enterprise
manual
settings.
intervention. Right. But beyond scalability, maintaining resilience is crucial. Observability frameworks help us monitor the system's health. What are your thoughts on their importance? Observability is indispensable. It provides insights into system performance and helps diagnose issues before they escalate. With proper observability, we can ensure our AI systems are robust and
that's where
responsive
proactive
even under
management
high stress. Comes into play. By identifying potential bottlenecks early, we can address them before they impact users. Speaking of which, automated testing is another pillar. Would you say it's non-negotiable for scaling AI? Definitely. Automated testing ensures that new features and updates don't introduce new bugs. It's about maintaining quality while scaling, which is critical when you're aiming
Quality
for
can't be
enterprise-grade
compromised.
reliability. Precisely. And then there's the aspect of secure deployment pipelines. With more components and more frequent deployments, security becomes even more critical. How do you see this evolving? Security is paramount. As we scale, we must ensure that our deployment pipelines are robust against vulnerabilities. This means integrating security checks at every stage of the pipeline.
Security
to protect
at every
both the
level is
system
crucial.
and its users. Indeed. Now, considering all these aspects, microservices, containerization, observability, how do you balance the need for rapid scaling with the risk of accumulating technical debt? It's all about strategic planning. You have to prioritize foundational architecture over quick fixes. Investing in a solid architecture upfront might seem slow, but it pays off by preventing technical
wise
debt from
approach.
becoming a burden. Exactly. And this brings us to the topic of funding. When preparing for funding, having a scalable and resilient architecture can be a significant advantage. Wouldn't you say it's a compelling point for investors? Absolutely. Investors are looking for systems that can grow sustainably. A well-planned architecture demonstrates foresight and reduces the risk of costly overhauls later on,
And that foresight
making the
is
venture more
invaluable.
attractive. Right. And as you onboard enterprise clients, showing that your AI system can handle large volumes without faltering is crucial. How do you ensure that the system meets enterprise standards? It's about rigorous validation and stress testing. We simulate various scenarios to ensure the system remains stable under different loads. Meeting enterprise standards is not just about capacity, but also about
Reliability is everything at that
reliability and
scale.
efficiency. Absolutely. And speaking of efficiency, optimizing resource usage is another critical area. How do you approach this without compromising performance? We leverage resource management tools within Kubernetes to allocate resources dynamically. It's about finding the right balance between resource availability and optimal performance, ensuring we're not
That's a delicate
over-provisioning
balance
or
to maintain.
underutilizing. It is indeed. Now, let's consider the role of collaboration across teams. As we scale, cross-functional teamwork becomes even more important. Would you agree that this plays a significant role in successful scaling? Absolutely, David. Cross-functional teams ensure that all aspects of the system are considered. When development, operations, and business teams work closely, it leads to a more holistic approach to scaling. Exactly. And this collaboration often highlights areas for innovation. Do you find that scaling often drives technological advancements within teams? Definitely. The challenges of scaling push teams to think creatively and explore new technologies. It's this innovative spirit that often leads to breakthroughs. Innovation both thrives under pressure and technology. Indeed. And with innovation comes the need to stay ahead of industry trends. How do you ensure that your team remains at the forefront of technology while scaling? Continuous learning is key. We encourage our teams to engage with the latest research, attend conferences, and participate in workshops. This not only keeps us updated, but also inspires new ideas and approaches. Absolutely. And as we talk about staying adaptable, how do you see the role of AI evolving in enterprise environments over the next few years? AI is becoming increasingly integrated into core business processes. I believe we'll see more AI-driven decision-making and automation, which will require even more robust and scalable systems potential is to support these advancements. It really is. And as AI becomes more embedded, the importance of ethical considerations grows. How do you approach ethical AI in your scaling strategy? Ethical AI is foundational. We prioritize transparency, fairness, and accountability in our systems. This means implementing checks and balances at every stage, from development to deployment, ensuring our AI doesn't
Responsible
just scale,
scaling
but
is so
scales
crucial.
responsibly. It's crucial to ensure that as we scale, the AI systems are not only ethical, but also resilient. I often advocate for using microservices and containerization. They provide the flexibility needed to scale without overhauling the entire architecture. Absolutely, microservices can be a game changer. They allow for incremental updates and scaling specific components independently. But I'm curious, how do you handle the complexity that comes with managing these services? Great question. That's where Kubernetes comes in. It orchestrates these containers and manages resources efficiently. Plus, it offers self-healing capabilities which are vital for maintaining uptime. And speaking of uptime, observability frameworks are essential too. They give you insights into what's happening within your system in real time, allowing for proactive troubleshooting. Monitoring tools are indeed indispensable. They not only help in identifying issues, but also in optimizing performance. However, without automated testing, you might deploy something that breaks everything. You're right. Automated testing ensures that every piece of code is vetted before going live. It's like having a safety net that catches errors before they escalate. And when it comes to secure deployment pipelines, they ensure the integrity of the application at every step. Security is paramount, especially when dealing with sensitive data. Yes. And establishing a clear governance framework is also critical. It helps in defining roles and responsibilities, ensuring the AI's actions align with organizational goals. Governance indeed sets the backbone for ethical AI operations. It also assists in maintaining compliance with regulations, which is becoming increasingly important. As AI continues to evolve, keeping up with regulatory changes is a must. Organizations that do so not only avoid penalties, but also build trust with their users. Trust is the currency of the digital age, especially with AI. Without it, scaling becomes an uphill task. And on that note, what's your take on preparing for funding while scaling? Preparation is key. Investors are keen on seeing a scalable and sustainable model. Demonstrating that you've thought through the architecture and ethical implications can significantly boost confidence. Precisely. And as we onboard enterprise clients, their expectations drive us to ensure our systems are robust and adaptable. It's all about finding that balance. Finding that balance is indeed challenging but crucial. It requires continuous learning and adaptation. As technology evolves, so must our strategies. Continuous innovation is the name of the game. And it's conversations like these that help push the boundaries of what's possible. Exactly. And I think today's discussion has been quite enlightening. It's clear that scaling AI responsibly requires a multifaceted approach. Thanks, Olivia. For those seeking further insights on this topic, you can explore resources from IndaPoint Technologies at www.indapoint.com. Absolutely. And with the right strategies, scaling AI can be not only feasible, but also transformative. Thank you for this insightful conversation, David. One of the key challenges I've seen is ensuring that the MVP's initial architecture doesn't become a bottleneck when scaling. You really need to anticipate future needs early on. That's where microservices come into play, right? They allow for flexible scaling by breaking down the system into independent components that can be scaled individually. And containerization, particularly with tools like Docker, plays a huge role in maintaining consistency across environments. This consistency is vital for avoiding unexpected errors during deployment. Absolutely. And platforms like Kubernetes provide the orchestration needed to manage these containers at scale. They help with load balancing and ensure high availability. Monitoring and observability frameworks are also essential. They give you insights into system performance and help preemptively identify potential issues before they escalate. And let's not forget about automated testing. It's a safeguard that ensures new updates don't break existing functionality. It's all about building confidence in your deployments. I agree, and secure deployment pipelines are equally important. They facilitate smooth transitions from development to production while maintaining security. When scaling, it's also crucial to involve the team in this transformation. They need to understand the architecture's evolution and be part of the transition process. And as we wrap up, it's important to remember that scaling is not just a technical challenge, but also a strategic one. Planning for it early can save a lot of headaches down the line. Indeed. And with the right approach, scaling can unlock new opportunities and allow AI systems to reach their full potential. It's about being proactive and strategic. For anyone looking to delve deeper into this topic, I recommend checking out the resources available from IndaPoint Technologies at www.indapoint.com. Thank you, David, for sharing these insights. It's been a pleasure discussing how we can scale AI responsibly. Until next time.